What's up, everybody? In the mood to play some chess, so thought I'd play some 10-0 games on chess.com. Trying to build this channel. Dropped a video reviewing some tournament games I played recently. Check that out. Knight f6, playing a King's Indian defense. G7. The beginning moves are pretty standard. Okay, so e5 is slowed down by bishop f4, considering knight h5, knight c6, considering c5. Let me sit here and think for a little bit. Knight c6, e5. That's knight c6. Against d5, we're going back. Hitting the bishop, opening up e5. Take. Yep, this seems fine. Guess he can win a pawn with g4 at the end of this. Take, or take, and then g4 makes me block my knight from seeing the pawn. So I guess I can take with the bishop. Take. He just goes for right away. All right, I might mess this up, but let's calculate. Takes d4, takes h5, takes c3. Yeah, that seems good. Get rid of the pawn that was being attacked. Open up the e file. I don't stream usually here. Okay. I mean, no reason not to insert rook e8. Would love if I could play knight f4, but I can't. I think I'm better already. But what to play? I guess we just go back. White castle's okay. Need to look at stuff like this. Bishop takes, pawn takes, knight takes. Couple of queen h4 is the hope, but they just move the knight. Knight e4. Kind of like knight e4. Opening up the bishop, trying to remove a defender of this bishop. If they take, my rook exerts pressure on d4. We're trying to attack this king. We might play moves like h5. Okay. Probably 95 first. I can also play queen e8, threatening the bishop, but they just move. All right, I'm moving a little too slow. Probably had better here, but, my position is pretty simple. Queen e7, f5. The white king is weak. Queen e7. F5, rook E8. Basic idea here for me. I think we play F5 first because Queen E7, he can just play rook E1. So let's play F5. Rook E1 will play Queen E7. Takes, Queen takes, exerting pressure here. Exerting pressure here. We still want to attack this king. If we can. This seems pretty bad for him. Here and here would be ideal. Here, just exerting pressure with the bishop seems good too. Or do we like Queen G5 better? I think he has to play F3. Which is, yeah, this, I mean, not good. Not a good piece. Now, do we play bishop E7 and then rook E8? Bishop takes, pawn takes. Rook H5. Queen G3. I think we show some patience, show some maturity. Now, the problem with rook E1 is we see this square. So, rook E1, rook E8, rook takes, and now we have the open E file. We have the safer king. They have some weaknesses to deal with, so we should be better here. Playing Yoitois from Morocco. H5, definitely something to consider. No moves, no move helping, right, guys? Chess is a single player game. Yeah, I mean, rook E8. I guess his plan is C5, but okay. This was his plan. So Queen G5 is a blunder. Clearly, we do not want to trade queens. Check. Takes, blocks. Yeah. We do not want to trade queens. That much we know. Now, we could play Queen E7 or Queen F6. I kind of like Queen F6. So we're going to play Rook E2. Okay, so now he challenges for the file. But do we have rook takes, queen takes, pawn? No check to me. So we win a pawn like that. I don't know. Rook takes, queen takes b2. It just gets kind of scary for me because he plays queen e7 and I check him. If I don't see anything else, I'm going to go for that. I think queen e7 is another tempting move. Like winning a pawn kind of lets him off the hook. It just makes the game more complicated. But both our kings are airy. I guess on queen e7, we can play queen g7. Queen d8. King f7? No. That loses the bishop. Might just have to go for this. I don't really want to. I like this is weak, this is weak. So I kind of want, and this is a shitty piece. Running too low on time though. Queen e7, bishop a4, queen e6, king g7, queen e7, king h6. Whatever, let's do this. Let's do this. Let's keep the positional trump of the e-file. Now he can't really challenge me on the e-file if he trades, unless he gets in king f1. So winning a pawn was good, but queen e7 was just annoying. Because my king's kind of airy too. Having the e-file is nice, but I don't know. Maybe I'll regret not grabbing a pawn. Since I'm streaming, I'm obviously talking more, which means I'm not calculating, so. I like that he's thinking here. Okay. Okay, yeah. So he goes for this. Which is annoying. What queen h2? No. I want to get in there. We play h5. h5 takes, bishop f5 takes, bishop d3, check. You know what? This is not good, but it is tricky. So now if rook e1, I trade and then takes. Okay, all right. So now bishop f5. And my trap is queen h2, followed by bishop d3. There's absolutely no need to be playing this crazy when I could have just won a pawn and was just better for most of this game, right? Like now I'm sacrificing material, so I'm clearly being risky. We always can capture back. Okay, so check, he just goes king here. That's not enough. Queen here. Let's just be tricky. He needs to defend this. We can always grab one pawn back. So we only stacked one pawn. Rook e1, bishop d3 would lose the game for him. So he needs to play like queen d2. Queen d2, what can I do? Maybe I just take there. Queen d2, queen e5? No. Oh, okay, so he defends. So we get our pawn back. He's being passive now. This rook is only doing this job. A lot of checks you got to cover now. Do I just go back? Trying to get in this plus this. He has no threats against me. And this piece is still not playing, so that's something. Kind of anticipating queen f2. I'll play queen f4. Ah, queen g4. Oh no. Yeah, well now I'm in trouble. Forced the trade. So yeah, maybe I should have grabbed the pawn, but is what it is. Can probably still draw this. Don't know if I can win. Can still draw if I move quickly, that is. If I run out of time, I will lose. Trying to invade on the dark squares. Went into this. I don't know. This is a blunder. Just rook d4. Yeah. Terrible. I can't move anything now. Worst part is I saw rook d4. I was just hoping he wouldn't play it. So I don't know. Played this game well, did not finish well. Tried to play game 10 to give myself more time to think, but well, this is not the winning plan by him. Like if he just lets me lock this up, then he's eventually going to need to trade. And now, even though, okay, but now I can play this. So now my king is freed. Although I lose. I don't know what I'm talking about. Bishop takes. Well, at least I win this pawn. If I trade everything, I'm just behind this pawn. Yeah, so I have to do this. So now I'm losing. There's no point anymore. All right, let's look at this one. So all pretty standard. Yeah, it likes knight h5 and c5. Yeah, so did think I'm a little bit better here. And it wants me to go for this right away. Good to know. Yeah, queen h4 right away as well. Makes sense. Yeah, we were just cruising. Yeah, okay. And so it did want me to go for this. Rook takes, rook takes, rook takes, queen takes, queen takes. I was worried about queen e7, and it says I have king d4, king h2, and then queen e5, forcing a trade, and we are just up a pawn and winning. So I guess I should have gone for that. Instead, I played here, where it still thinks I'm a little bit better. Yeah, it likes my position. Ah, I had bishop here, rook takes, and then rook e1, king takes, queen takes. Yeah, and it thinks this is a draw, but I clearly didn't do a good job drawing it because bishop e4 is a blunder. All right, can't win them all. What's up, Brian? If you guys missed it, I uploaded round 1 of the Gulf Coast Open I played 2 weekends ago. Should have round 2 out tomorrow. This is not really a free pawn. Usually white can get that pawn back. Should be something here. Okay. I'm gonna play a4 first. Try and stop b5. I'm gonna play stuff like knight c3 or knight a3, coupled with knight e5. Don't think black can hold on to this pawn. Let's just play this right away. If he's going to give me the bishop, we will take it. Ah. Interesting. Maybe I should have played knight c3. Gotta be careful. But I might get some counterattack here. Do need to be careful about this pawn too. So maybe I'm down a pawn. I don't know. I don't really know these lines super well. So, okay, queen b3, bishop takes, knight takes, queen takes b7. Seems decent to me. Cannot defend both these points. Bishop takes, knight takes queen takes b7, knight d7, queen takes c6. I think everything is covered by me. My knight covers here. My rook can get in the game. Bishop takes, maybe even just rook d2. But then you move the queen to b6. So then I have knight takes d4. So bishop a5, queen takes b7. Knight bd7, queen takes c6. Okay, very tricky by my opponent. Saying, you take, I take. Wow, good move by them. Or if I do queen takes b7, queen takes rook, queen takes rook. Pretty risky. Queen takes b7, queen takes a2, queen takes a8. My queen is trapped for the time being. And then everything is kind of guarded. Queen takes here, knight takes here, rook. Queen takes b7, knight d7, rook. I don't even know. Well, knight c4. Knight c4. Knight c4, b5 takes. Attacking you. Attacking you. Going to... You move the bishop. I want to play knight e5, and my bishop attacks your queen. Things are getting crazy. b5. I mean, at worst, I have takes bishop. But let's first take here. Okay, and then knight e5 wins a rook. So knight e5, bishop e4. Things are getting crazy. Knight e5, bishop e4 here. Queen takes. Queen takes. Oh, man. A lot to calculate here. All right, knight e5, bishop e4, f3, queen takes c4. No. Knight e5, pawn takes c4. Bishop takes d5. Pawn takes b3 is a problem. Let's just do this, and then knight e5 is still coming. Knight e5, and I win some material. Crazy one, but this should just be winning for white. Knight d7 takes, bishop takes, rook takes, and I'm going to try to pressure the a pawn. Oh, wow. Okay. Still. So e4, knight c3 takes. Yeah, still seems winning. Takes my rook, but I get your rook. And knight for knight, bishop for bishop, rook for rook. Don't forget about this guy. So I'm just up a piece now. Takes. Doesn't seem like it does anything, unfortunately. Well, it almost does, though. Bishop h3. Takes. King h8. Bishop a3. Takes, check. King h8, bishop a3. Runs into knight b4. Really just no need to give this piece back. So I'm going to play bishop here, gaining a tempo on the knight, meaning time. And now I take on e6, and at least I won a pawn. Or at least I didn't lose that pawn, right? Okay, and now let's play bishop a3. And our plan is like attack this rook, make him take, and trade off. Takes. Takes. Push. Knight here, push. Knight takes. Got made this a little bit more complicated than it needs to be. Takes, takes. Knight d3, c2. What if I just play bishop e4? Takes. Bishop e4 there, right? Takes. Yeah. I think this works. Or it doesn't, and I'm losing. Okay, now push, I have to play knight d3. Here, though, I just play bishop e4. And now I need to go get this guy, too. So my bishop covers c2. Okay, well, if he moves the knight, now I can just bring the knight here. Yeah. If you take, I'm still covering. And now I just go on c1. My knight will cover here. Let's grab this pawn because I'm going to have to sacrifice one of these pieces. Let's get our king over. I just take. All right. So we're up 2 pawns. So we should be winning. We have neutralized a lot of the complicatedness. Trying to shield this king out. Knight can go here. It's always good to know the squares the knight can go to. So my bishop dominates this knight. King d2. King e3. Trading doesn't help him. Trades help me. I'm winning. Again, trading is just losing by him. I have 3 pawns. He has 1. Gotta know your end games. This is just a winning end game for white. So a pretty nice win here by me. Good game, Adele. Let's look at it. That one got pretty crazy. Was definitely a little lazy there. And again, talking while playing chess, not the easiest endeavor. So, okay, bishop just wants to play queen b3 right away. Makes sense. Yeah, this was a good move by my opponent. Knight c4, a good find by me. I don't think I'm playing bishop a3 here ever. Yeah, 95 doesn't work because of bishop e4. So we decided to just take here. And yeah, taking with the queen is a blunder. I thought this also was going to get them in trouble, but I guess they have knight e4 there. Taking with the queen is a blunder because... Oh my god, I blundered too. The correct move here is knight d2. Discovering an attack on the rook. But knight e5 played too hastily. Uh-oh, bishop e4 is what my opponent should have played. He did not. He did this. And well calculated by me to know This is all winning. And then, yeah, the only tricky thing here is just can't let these pawns beat you. So how do you stop these pawns? It did not like rook takes a2. It does like bishop e4, which we did consider. What if it just c2? Yeah, bishop a3. Bishops go backwards. So it thinks this is actually a draw, interestingly. Ah, okay. And the point is, I was worried about this. My bishop can't stop both pawns, right? You do something like this, and you just push one, and then the other one promotes. So my bishop gets yo-yoed there. So a little hasty by me. But once we get here, this is just winning. And yeah, pretty bad by my opponent just to trade everything. You know, he just made this really simple on me. No reason to do that, you know? Can we play a match? If I get paired with you, let's do another English. Why not? I play the English mainly. I play e4 too. Play d4 as well. All right, we're 1-1. We got to buckle down and try to get some wins. We're going to reach 2,200 rapid. I need to get this set up a little bit better. So right now I have to like look to the side to see my chess screen. Not the best for calculating. Fantasy football is going great. I just like to play chess. I was a chess teacher before I did anything fantasy football related. So could I stream fantasy football and have 100 people watching instead of 8? Yes, but I want to grow my chess channel too. Okay, b6. Knight takes e5. Seems like a shot. This is just this bishop just seems misplaced too. Knight takes, bishop takes here, and the problem is you run into d4 as well. You can trap my bishop, but then I play d4 and I win your bishop. Move like bishop b7 will just take, probably. Take and then d4. What's your chess.com elo, Hari Krishnan? By the way, guys, subscribe. Trying to get to 1,000 subscribers on this channel. Yeah, now my opponent's just using a little too much time. I mean, maybe he's just straight up resigning here too. I don't know. It's just a pawn, brother. Just a pawn. Okay. Here, I just think we saved the bishop. Yeah. Bishop takes would be a blunder because of d4. So he has to do knight takes. And now I think we just play d4. Allow this bishop to get in the game. Nope. Nope. So yeah, pretty commanding position. I think rook e1 just to get off of this diagonal and play e4. E4, knight takes, pawn takes. We have an isolated queen pawn, but yeah, I mean, all trading is good for me as long as it's not a blunder. And we don't want him to have like a blockade of pieces here. This bishop can be cowardice. It can play b3, bishop b2 as well. I initially discovered your content through fantasy football. However, chess holds a special significance for me. It's the one game that bridges the gap between me and my non-sports enthusiast father. That's cool, man. I first learned chess through my dad as well. Okay, so considering knight c3, also considering knight takes f6. I like knight c3 better because we're gonna play stuff like a3. I think let's kick the bishop away. I don't really want to get the queen here. My prophylaxis strategy rarely works. I mean, JT, brother, I'm impressed that you know prophylaxis in chess. Prophylaxis, if you guys don't know, is the concept of stopping your opponent's plans, thinking about what they want to do and stopping them. Yeah, I should have launched a chess channel a long time ago. I used to teach chess in New York City. I was really good at that. So yeah, having fun getting back into it. Been getting back into teaching too. I mean, this guy's plan is to trade everything. I don't think you can do that. Might even play bishop f1. Bishop f1 plus b3 wins the knight. a3, kind of a whatever move. Just trying to kick this bishop out. So I can play b3 right now. But let's play bishop f1. Because he has to play b5. Not that I know of, Christopher. I'd be down to host a tournament for the fantasy football community where, like, I host it, don't play. And I think it would be cool if, like, the different, like ETR plays chess, whatever. Chess.com used to do that with, I forget what they called it, but they'd have like amateur content creators. So yeah, this trap's kind of sneaky, b3. Can't move the bishop. The only thing I need to be careful of is something like this. It's like literally the only way I lose this game right now. Ideally, I just trade everything down and my rook comes, gobbles these up, and I win. But we're up 3 minutes. We're playing La Raid from the Czech Republic. And I don't see many scary moves for my opponent. I guess they could play queen c8 to defend their bishop. Still playing b3, bishop b2. Trading the bishop would be ideal for me. Okay, so knight takes, queen takes, b3. Knight takes, queen takes, b3, bishop b7. Annoying, 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 annoying. Knight takes, queen takes, b3, bishop b7, f3. I think that works. Knight takes, queen takes, b3, bishop b7, f3, stopping checkmate. Yeah, I think it works. Knight takes, queen takes, b3, bishop b7, threatening checkmate, f3, and the queen can't go here, can't go here. So the queen needs to move, and but they just play like queen e6. Queen e6 defending the knight. I don't know. Knight takes, queen takes, b3, bishop b7, f3, queen e6 takes. All right, it's a little dicey, but we're going for it. Knight moves anywhere, we just take the bishop. Are there stylistic differences between New York chess and Russian chess? And could you exploit those if you knew your opponent's background? Well, wheels up. Sounds like you don't, sounds like you're a chess enthusiast, but you're not familiar with the top levels of chess, and that is fine. But the Russian chess school is the concept of Soviet era Russia valued chess. And therefore, by the way, this position is outright effing crazy, right? Like attacked, attacked. Um, if you take, I take. The bishop takes, and I take. But so the Soviet era chess, Russia chess, this is like Bobby Fischer versus the Soviets. The whole concept of that is they taught chess in schools. I don't think this works though. I guess it kind of does. Bishop pawn takes. No. Pawn takes, knight takes, and then bishop d2 exclamation point. Bishop takes pawn, rook takes knight. Bishop d2, knight b2, rook b1. Bishop takes, rook takes. So yeah, I think we've trapped this knight. Do I want to throw in the move e5? Don't really see a reason not to. Like we're winning anyways. We're just up the exchange. All right, let's throw an e5. We'll be greedy. So yeah, Russian chess, Soviet era chess, a very interesting, very fascinating time period. So now bishop d2, knight b2, rook a, yeah. Very fascinating. So our bishop dominates the knight. You can only go to b2, rook b1, collects the knight because all these squares are attacked. So yeah, very fascinating era, Soviet era chess. New York chess is not a style, right? Like Russian chess is the style of learning chess fundamentally in school. Rook b2, by the way, I can't play rook b1 because bishop takes a3. I need to play rook a2, an accurate move. Rook a2, knight b1. Knight bd2. What if I just play bishop c3 there? Okay. Now, all right, the knight's going to get out. Good move by my opponent. I can't play king here. Good move by my opponent. We'll play bishop here. If he trades, we trade. Probably not to. Not going to. But yeah, Russian era chess, fascinating thing. I would look it up. You know, if I had to give a style to Russian era chess, it's accurate calculation. It's that, right? And then New York chess has a great chess scene. Trying to stop the bishop from seeing the knight. Let's do it anyways. Then let's. Oh, I should have played bishop here. Then I could play g4. But let's go back to bishop f1. Whatever. We gotta simplify this. So yeah, New York chess is like chess just has its strong chess scene. But it's not really like comparable to New York Russian chess. That's not like it wasn't an era, New York chess. All right, I've made this a little bit messier than it needs to be. But our plan now is just rook c1, improve our king. He's going to play something lame like bishop d8. And we're slowly but surely going to get in here on this king. Let me finish this game and then I'll talk more about Russian versus New York chess, so that I don't lose this game on time. Gonna play bishop here and e6. As soon as this rook breaks through, this is just winning for white because the rook's gonna gobble up the pawns. Don't really know what this move accomplishes. The threat is check. Takes, 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 and rook takes. I don't know what this move does at all. Not even threatening any checks to me. Okay, so now he is threatening something. That would be a good way to lose this game. Nope. All right, another win. Good for us. All right, let's analyze this one, and then I'll answer some questions I'm seeing in the chat from you guys. Oh, Keyshawn, it's you, brother. Sure, Keyshawn, we could play a game. So 87% accuracy, pretty good by us. Pretty just easy win. Not to be rude to this guy, but yeah, b6, just a blunder. Then we played some accurate moves. My opponent traded, which is just generally not good. Okay, so it likes queen e1. Actually likes queen e2. And the point is it forces this. But I calculated that this was winning. Man, the computer's best move here is 93. Just kind of insane. So yeah, I calculated accurately here that f3, the winning move. Good on my opponent to make this tricky. Unfortunately for them, they're still down the exchange. I thought bishop e4 was a little bit more accurate here. Something like that. But yeah, even trading was fine for me when I gave up on the idea of winning the bishop, because exactly what I did in the game, I just get in there, and then bishops are really no match for a rook on the open field. All right, some questions in the chat. Yeah, I guess Russian is a little bit defensive. No, I don't think I could explode. Like, it's not like that level of a game where I'm like, oh, you're Norwegian, therefore I could do this, right? Like, I mean, some general, very, very, very loose general stereotypes of like different nations you could make. Um, like I think Brazilian players are considered aggressive usually, right? But like, okay, what are we even basing that off of? And of course, you'll find different styles within a region. Um, yeah, I mean, not really, man, but sure. All right, I think we'll play one more, then we'll get out of here. This is fun though, guys. Tell your friends. Let's play a Scandinavian. Just developing our pieces right now. I'm supposed to go to knight b4 there, I think, actually. But this is fine. Interesting. I mean, it's definitely environment, but like, I don't. It depends what we're talking about for chess as well. Like top level chess players, they're all very similar and solid. You know, someone of like my ability and your ability, which is probably even less than me. You don't have a style, right? Like, or no, you might have a style. You actually might be a little bit more strategic or a little bit more positional. So I'm debating this. I'm also debating this. Let's play 94 first. Gain space, get the attack on, maybe make some threats. This is an isolated pawn. Usually leads to dual-sided positions. Can be considered a strength or a weakness. Um, challenge this bishop. Can play rook e8. Yeah, so like I really don't know. Maybe I'm a little bit more positional. Although some of my friends think I'm more tactical. But yeah, top level chess players, like there is no such thing as one style. Let's play rook e8. Queen f6, bishop d4 is the issue. Okay. Think we can just retreat our bishop. Knight's not really threatening to go anywhere. Hmm. Here, maybe we'll trick my opponent with bishop b4. So let's do it. Rook e1 is a very tempting move, but bishop b4 would win the exchange. Again, this knight can't go anywhere. So, although it's in the center, it's not really a good knight. My knight is a little bit better. It's pressuring the king. I'm also queen e7 sets up this. And g3, I would take that all day. Queen e7. Yeah, queen e7 is queen e5 is a nasty threat. I think I'm just better here. Mainly because I don't really know what moves white plays here. You can give me the bishop pair, but that looks really bad for you. And you have no threats. Like this pawn is a weakness. This is your only sense of counterplay, which I defend. You can't even really harass this pawn. I don't know a good move for white here. Okay, they attack my... Interesting. They attack my rook. Can't play f5 because you just take. So what if I play queen e5? Queen e5, f4, and I lose the exchange. So maybe we just show patience and we play rook b8 first. Rook b8. Don't really need the rook on the c-file. And further ask my opponent what are their threats. Knight f5 would run into bishop takes, and queen e5, a double threat of threatening the bishop and this check. And if I get in here, like check, king here, check, king moves, take this pawn, things are running bad. Kind of wish this rook was back on f8, because then I would have played f5 there. Again, I don't really know what moves my opponent makes now, right? Like this was just a one move threat. Hey, I'm attacking your rook. Okay, I move. What now? Maybe d8 was more accurate, so I could eye on this loose d pawn. We're playing Rosaluno from Spain. I played a guy the other day from a country I had never heard of, And I looked it up, and it's like an island country with, like 30 people that live there. I was like, "You really live here?" And he was like, "No, my brother," or like, I was making a bet with my brother that you could do any flag, and I was like, "Oh, okay." So bishop f5, I would not take and allow knight takes, forking my pieces and getting rid of my best minor piece. Bishop f5, I just play queen e5. Though again, f4 is annoying. Bishop f5, queen e5, f4, queen f6. Bishop takes, queen takes. My cat wants in. Come on, Puma. So now I'm like 3 minutes up on clock. We're not playing rapids, or we're not playing increment or delay or anything. So again, my opponent is struggling to come up with moves, and I don't blame them. Their position is troubling. Maybe I would play g3 if I were them. Although g3 is a blunder. G3, knight takes, pawn takes, and then queen takes e3 check, followed by queen takes g3, would lose the game. Plays bishop f5. Okay, so we looked at this. Queen e5, f4, queen f6 is our plan. So, all right, he stopped our big attack, at least our initial attack, but he still has issues, right? Because trades, and then I'm going to try to attack you here. This bishop is not defended. Your knight still can't move anywhere. And if you ever move this pawn, I'm going to try to get in on your king. Like, if you give me another move right now, I'm just playing queen g3, where I attack your bishop, and you can't even play bishop f2 because I double attack that square. Okay, so he defends that. Now, we can pin the bishop. Then, like, knight c5 sets up a double threat of knight d3, forking pieces. I can also be patient and play rook e7, followed by rook e8. What to do, what to do, what to do. Knight c5 is also an idea. Knight g3 is an idea. Knight g3, knight f5, I kind of like. So rook e7, f5. Hmm. Rook e7, f5, queen f6. Let's just do the principled approach here to double the rooks. Pretty simple plan. Rook e8, move the knight, win the bishop. If your queen moves, then I get in. Chill, Puma. What's up? Oh, I forgot to do my waiver article today because I did the breakdown. So I'll have to do that tomorrow. Wow. Okay. G4. Whatever. Nothing to calculate. Let's just play quick. F5, Queen F6. G5 we take. Unleashing our rooks. Yeah, but White's in all sorts of issues here. Mainly the fact that they have 1 minute and I have 5. Okay, so knight g3 just, I think, wins the bishop on the spot. Knight g3, and the point is you can't play rook e2. So knight g3, g5. Rook takes. We win a lot of material. Discovering attack on the bishop, stopping the defense of the bishop. If you lose the bishop, you might lose this knight. He was anticipating queen e5, where he could play rook e2. But even that would run into knight g3. Wow! Exclam, knight e6. Losing a knight. Good for him. But saving him for now. Saving him for now. Because his plan is to sack and then win this knight. I mean, of course, I am up a lot of material. I'm thinking about this. Knight takes, pawn takes, queen takes. Yeah, that's what we're going for. We're sacking the knight back. Because if he takes, then my rooks win the e6 pawn. And when I win this pawn, now I'm just up a pawn. And with it, I should just win. Now I'm up 2 pawns. I should just win this game now. Okay, now do we grab a third pawn? There are no checks to worry about, so why not? Yeah, and I mean, he can't trade. Like, he's just losing. So trading is just winning by me. My rook covers g7. Why trade, though, when we can do better, right? Rook check, take, king f2. Rook takes, king here, and now we trade. Unless we have something better. Do we have anything better? Queen h4? So trading is no lose because I'm just up 3 pawns. But let's see if we can find a checkmate, right? Why not? Queen h4 check. only move is queen f3, followed by queen f4 is checkmate. I'm also attacking you here. Good game. Good on us to calculate that, huh? Ended it with a banger. All right, so we lost our first game, which honestly I shouldn't have lost. Can I give them extra minutes? You can do that on Lee Chess, but on chess.com. So really well played game by me there. We just kind of played the opening. Yeah, I think knight b4 is the correct move there, but knight f6, not a losing move. Yeah, and here's where he got in trouble, where like, what a bishop d7. Okay. Queen e7 was a good move by me. It did want me to go to d8, which makes sense. We made good use of our time calculating that whole thing beforehand. What did it want? It wanted me to play knight f6. Calculated this too. Really? Knight g5? Yeah. Knight g5, an even bigger threat than what I did. And then, yeah, I mean, so if I just sit here, these 4 pawns coupled with this bishop, coupled with this rook, like maybe I'm getting attacked. So I made the mature decision here to sacrifice the knight back. I give back the material. And now I just reach a position where I'm going to be at 3 pawns, same colored bishops, just always a win in that case. And then, yeah, we play accurate to find checkmate here. Pretty cool checkmate. So some good chess from me here. Hope you guys appreciated it. I'll be back tomorrow with Davis. Like and subscribe. Peace out.